What if? What if empires never fell? What if knowledge was never lost? How different would our future look? Where history meets possibility. This is the Nuellverse.
Imagine this. What if one of Rome's darkest defeats, the Battle of Cannae, wasn't just a wound, but the beginning of Rome's total destruction? In today's video, we're diving deep into an alternate history. What if Hannibal Barca truly destroyed Rome during the Second Punic War? Welcome to the Nuellverse, where history meets possibility and the past becomes a playground for imagination. Ready? Let's go, Hannibal Barca. Just hearing his name still gives historians chills. He wasn't just a general, he was a legend. Imagine leading an army with elephants across the Alps just to strike at Rome. That's like ancient cheat mode. Rome, on the other hand, was on the rise in the 3rd century BCE. From a small city-state, it had grown into a military powerhouse. Discipline, organization, ambition, they had it all. And Rome would eventually shape Europe, law, languages, even the foundations of modern civilization. So if Rome had fallen to Hannibal, that's not just a change in history, it's a full-blown rewrite of Western civilization. Let's rewind to 216 BCE, the Battle of Cannae. Hannibal absolutely wrecked the Roman army. Somewhere between 50,000 and 70,000 Roman soldiers died in a single day. That's insane. Many Italian cities started thinking, maybe Rome isn't so invincible after all. Here's the big debate. Why didn't Hannibal march straight on Rome after this? Some say he lacked siege equipment. Others think he wanted to weaken Rome's allies first. But let's flip the script. What if Hannibal did march on Rome? Imagine his army, boosted by defecting Italian allies, surrounding the panicked city, the Senate in chaos, the people terrified, and the Roman legions shattered. In this timeline, Rome doesn't recover. Hannibal could have gone full Roma delenda est. Rome must be destroyed. And with that, Rome is wiped off the map. With Rome gone, who takes the crown? Carthage, of course. Carthage wasn't about empire building on land. They were traders, sailors, entrepreneurs of the ancient world. Their empire would have looked more like a global economic network than a military machine. Sea trade routes stretching across the Mediterranean, North Africa, Spain, and who knows, with time, maybe even reaching India, China, or the Americas centuries earlier. Italy itself? Without Rome, it would probably fall back into a patchwork of city-states, like Greece. Carthage could become the cosmopolitan capital of the ancient world, a place of towering temples, vast libraries, and cultural exchange. And the best part, Carthage wasn't about stamping everyone into one culture. They were like, fine, keep your traditions, just trade with us. So the ancient world might have been far more diverse and pluralistic. All right, let's talk long-term effects. Language and law. No Latin means no Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, maybe even English as we know it. The Western world could have spoken Punic or Greek instead. And Roman law, the backbone of modern legal systems, gone. Maybe replaced by Carthaginian trade codes or Hellenistic traditions. Culture and religion. Without Rome, there's no Roman Empire turning Christian. That means Christianity might have stayed a small Middle Eastern sect. Islam's expansion could look totally different too, since so much of it collided with former Roman lands. Instead, the gods of Carthage, Baal, Tanit, Melkart, might have been household names. Technology and infrastructure. Forget Roman roads and aqueducts. Development would lean toward ships, navigation, and maritime innovation. The world would be more ocean-centered, less land-centered. Politics and geopolitics. Without Rome uniting Europe, the continent stays fragmented. No Pax Romana, but maybe a Pax Carthaginiensis, peace through trade, not legions. That means a richer tapestry of cultures, but also a messier political map. So what do we learn from all this? History is fragile. One man, one decision, one battle could have changed the entire course of the world. If Hannibal had marched on Rome, we might be speaking Punic today. Our religions, our laws, our cities, completely different. In reality, Hannibal didn't destroy Rome. And in the end, Rome destroyed Carthage. But this what if reminds us, the past isn't set in stone. It's shaped by choices. And so is the future. That's why alternate history is so powerful. Not to rewrite the past, but to remind us that the future is always wide open. So what do you think? If Hannibal had crushed Rome, would the world be a better place or a worse one? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your theories. And hey, if you enjoyed this dive into alternate history, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next journey through the Nuellverse. Until next time, remember, history may be written, but imagination is limitless.